inviting you to the AGU Science Conference in Washington, D.C. It's happening in early December. Just search on AGU Science and Annual Conference, and you'll see it. My organization, ESRI, Environmental Systems Research Institute, is going to be there with a variety of things. First of all, though, before we get to that, AGU, what is it? It's promoting and supporting and celebrating science in society. Everything from architecture, astronomy, agriculture, archaeology to zoology, and everything in between. Planetary science, physics, chemistry, biology, geospatial science, which is my field, and many, many more fields. Who is at the AGU? Students, faculty, researchers, companies, publishers, nonprofit, government agencies, private individuals, private companies, and much more. Nonprofit organizations, academic organizations, etc. Why are we there? We're there to watch interesting and intriguing and cutting-edge presentations about, again, all phases of science. We are there to look at posters that students and others have submitted. My favorite are ones from the students. I'm in education, as you know, so that always brings me great joy to see those student enthusiasm and their student work and the student results. So lots and lots of posters, literally thousands. The whole conference is about 30,000 people, so it's no small thing. It's quite large. Notice I've got my geography classes on today in celebration of the upcoming AGU. Now, circling back to what I was mentioning earlier, ESRI, Environmental Systems Research Institute, we are there to support and promote geospatial technology, GIS, location analytics. All those are phrases for roughly the equivalent thing, and that is to look at the world in spatial and holistic terms, that the biosphere is connected to the atmosphere, is connected to the lithosphere, etc. It's connected to the anthroposphere. So looking at the world with geographic technologies and spatial thinking to plan for a more resilient, sustainable world. That is the focus of our presence there, and our presence will be our exhibit booth, and inside our exhibit booth, which is right next to NASA, so you can't miss it, we will have in-exhibit classes on GeoAI, artificial intelligence, on how to collect data in the field, how to do some spatial analysis, how to connect your mapped data and your geospatial analysis results to, for example, the R statistics package, how to use that bridge, how to use Python and other scripts and languages inside your GIS for further and deeper analysis. So we will be there with an exhibit with all kinds of books and interesting things, people to chat about. We've got some climate experts. We've got our scientific team there. I'm there and a few of my colleagues on the education team. So we will be there with stuff and information, tools, demonstrations, and also that in-exhibit set of classes. I and many of my colleagues also will be presenting papers. Mine is about, no surprise to you all listening to this, the implementation and effectiveness of geospatial technology in education. How do we teach GIS in higher education? That's going to be my focus. You know, the world of GIS, geospatial technology, has changed. You see the gray hairs here. In my career, it has changed drastically from the old desktop-only mainframe mini computer days where you could share things with other people, but it was extremely difficult to do so. Secondly, it was very difficult to learn GIS. You had to spend years learning geospatial technology before you became proficient in it, and consequently, it was only for a few people in government, nonprofit, academia, etc. They were small but mighty, a small but mighty community. Nowadays, the message that we will impart at AGU and beyond is this technology, these tools, these spatial perspectives are actually useful for a wide variety of disciplines. Again, from archaeology and anthropology to zoology and everything in between. You know, GIS underpins all scientific decision-making in the 21st century, as well it should, because everything is connected to everything else. That's the first law of geography. Everything is connected. Nearer things are more connected than farther things. They're more related than farther things away. Tobler's law of geography. Anyway, the point is GIS, geospatial technology and spatial thinking, are underpinning all scientific decision making from local to global level. Everything from water and energy. Think of all the UN SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. Those are all spatial goals. Those are all spatial decisions that need to be made. So geospatial technology, including geographic information systems, remote sensing, looking at the world from space, aircraft or UAVs, and GPS, or more broadly, global navigation satellite systems, are the geotechnologies. And they are used to, again, not just see things how they were and how they are, but also to plan for this more resilient future. So back on the UN SDGs, water, energy, education, human health, natural hazards. Hello, we've had a few of those this fall here in the USA. Big, huge hurricanes, right? Billions of dollars of damage, loss of life, etc. Very serious issues on our planet. We've got sustainable fisheries. We've got sustainable tourism, energy, water, human health, all kinds of issues on our planet that we need to grapple with and deal with. So all of the UN SDGs are spatial in nature, and to grapple with those and to solve those and get a handle on those and reverse some of these trends that are going in the wrong direction, we need spatial thinkers and geotechnology. So my presentation at AGU is going to be about teaching and learning geospatial technology in the 21st century. How do we do that? Where do we teach this? How do we teach it? What should we be teaching in the future going forward in community colleges, universities, technical, tribal colleges, but also in primary and secondary school. Yes, primary and secondary school as well. So that's the focus of my presentation, but it's not just about me. I've got colleagues there from ESRI and beyond in the geospatial community that are going to present about how and why they're using GIS in studying oceans, in studying biomes, in studying climate, in studying weather, in studying volcanology, etc. Not just using maps to look at where's my study area and call that good, but using the spatial perspective to understand phenomena, trends, issues, problems, and to solve those problems. So that is some of what's happening at AGU from my perspective at ESRI. I invite you cordially to attend. Think about it. Even if you're not in the DC area, it is very inspiring to see people making smart and wise decisions for the 21st century. And, science is a unifying structure in society. Science has been there for thousands of years, right? People making scientific innovations. And AGU is really a fundamental part of that. I believe it is the world's largest gathering of scientists on the planet. So you don't want to miss that. That is pretty phenomenal right there. And I would also submit that geospatial technology unites the sciences because it's all scientific principles, phenomena, trends happen somewhere, and they have oftentimes spatial patterns, relationships, and trends that we can pick apart or understand through geospatial technology and spatial thinking. Why do I keep referring to spatial thinking? Because this part of geospatial technology, your brain is the most important part. The tools are there, the spatial data is there, the community is there, and that's all wonderful. But it is your own spatially enabled brain. So join me and my colleagues at AGU, early December, Washington, D.C. at the Washington Convention Center. Always a beautiful time to be in Washington, D.C. with the beautiful lights and et cetera, decorated for the holiday season. So I look forward to seeing you there. We will be there the entire week. This, again, will be around 11 through 16 December, 2024, Washington, D.C. Thanks. Safe travels. See you there. If there's any questions I can answer, feel free to get a hold of me. All right. We'll see you soon.